Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and I'm a waxaholic, and today I've got an empties video to share with you guys. So this is going to be what I've warmed and finished for the last week and a half or so. The first week of July, I was actually out of town for a work trip, and so obviously I didn't warm anything. So this is probably like 10 days worth of empties or so. I've really been trying to use up a lot of my partials. I actually don't put a lot of partials back into my wax stash. If it's like half used or even like a little piece is cut off, I normally put them in a bin of like partials. So they're not taking up room in my storage per se because I have a separate bin for those. But I just want to finish them. It drives me nuts to just have them sitting there, and sometimes I forget about them. So I've really been trying to use up the majority of that bin. It is growing because there's a lot of overflow when I did like seasonal and monthly melting baskets. A lot of the things that I didn't get through, I would just put them right into that partials bin. So it is quite full. So I'm really trying to focus on those. And then I'm really especially trying to finish partial Scentsy bars because, they're, it could be one, it could be 6 pieces left in there. So I just want to go ahead and finish those. I'm going to be placing an order with Scentsy towards the end of July for Bring Back My Bar bars. I've already placed a couple of them in my club, but I want to do an order just to have some on hand, especially the ones that I'm not going to be clubbing. So anyway, that was a long intro. If you want to see what I have warmed through the past 10 days or so in July, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's chat wax. Okay, you guys, so I apologize for my face. I've been filming a lot with no makeup. I'm really been focusing on my skincare, and so I've been letting my skin breathe as much as possible and not putting on makeup. So I hope that's okay. I know I don't look the best, but it is what it is. And also I want to apologize for the lighting. It is actually like 1 p.m., but it's very stormy and dreary here, so it's kind of dark behind me. So the lighting's probably not as crisp as normal, but I apologize for that. But I really needed to get this video filmed. I've actually gotten a lot of videos filmed. I just need to edit them, which takes a really long time, and then schedule them for upload. So I apologize if my videos are delayed. Sometimes I will film and edit and upload right away, and sometimes it takes me, a couple of weeks to get these videos in. So I try to spread out the content so you're not just overwhelmed with my face for a week or two. But I like to do 3 to 4 videos a week. So hopefully that's been okay. Okay, I'll quit rambling and get started. So this week or 2 weeks, I have Scentsy and Vendor. And I have one self-care empty, but it's very quick. So this shouldn't be too long of a video. So let's start with Scentsy. And if you see me looking down, I do have my phone here with scent notes. So I will be referring to that. First up, I finished Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. The description says, bright palm leaf and fresh coconut water sway to the rhythm of an ocean breeze. Y'all know I've been super into coconut this year, and this one is actually really pretty. I think this is available in catalog now, and I'm so glad it came back. I put it in my club because I really like it. It's like a green note. It's a little diluted coconut. It's coconut water. It truly is. It's not a heavy coconut. It's not body care. It's just kind of a light, refreshing coconut. And then the ocean breeze, that aquatic note in there. It's just a really nice blend for summer. And honestly, you could pretty much warm this year round, like in a bathroom, if you're not a super seasonal melter. But this doesn't scream summer to me. It's just like a green, aquatic, fresh with a hint of coconut. So, it is perfect for summer, but it's not only summer seasonal appropriate, if that makes sense, at least to me. So I really loved this one. It performed beautifully. I did it in my open concept, and I really love this bar. I actually put it in my club, like I said, and I'm going to pick up a few more of them in my July order. Next, I finished Sippin' Poolside. The description says, sit back and relax with fresh pear and sparkling citrus alongside tranquil aquatic accord. So I really love this one as well. This is more of like a medium performer. It's not the strongest, but it's not, I can definitely smell it. It's not the lightest either. I really like this. It's fun and fresh. It's more fruity than aquatic in my opinion. I really do get that fresh pear. A little hint of citrus. It says sparkling citrus, but it's not super effervescent to me. It's just like a bright fruity. And then you do get the background of that aquatic accord. So it smells kind of sea salty, kind of beachy, and then you get that fresh pear. Yeah, I don't get a whole ton of effervescence, but I feel like the citrus just brightens it up a little further. But I really enjoy this one. That is Sippin' Poolside. Really glad that came back this summer. Next up, I finished one of the Bring Back My bars. This is Sea, Sun, and Fun. And this was probably my favorite Bring Back My bar. The description says, a splash of salt water and orange twist, scattered lily petals, and rays of sunny amber. I love this one, you guys. I actually finished it up today in my office. Had 2 pieces of it. This is very sunscreeny. It's very beachy, summertime. If you like sunscreen types of scents, this is for you. This is a very strong performer. I mean, it is really a banger. The description has saltwater, orange, lily, and sunny amber, but to me, it just smells like sunscreen. Like Bobbi Brown beach vibes a little bit. I feel like I do get a little bit of floral, a lot of salt water. The orange, kind of brightens it up a little bit. It kind of has like an ozonic vibe to it. And the sunny amber gives it a little bit of warmth. But this is beautiful. I love it. I clubbed it, and I'm going to get, 3 or 4 bars of this in my July order. I just can't say enough good things about it. Sea, Sun, and Fun. Love it so much. And then lastly, we have Sea Breeze. I love this one as well. The description says, a tropical celebration of juicy orange, coconut palm, and white floral dancing in the wind. This is so beautiful, and I love this. I think it sold out. I thank God I clubbed it. I am obsessed with this. It is so beautiful. It's kind of like a perfumey, beachy vibe to me. I did this in my open concept. It performed very well for me, and I was sad when I had to change the wax. Like, I enjoyed this so much. It's aquatic. It's a little bit coconut. It's a little bit floral. It's just a very beautiful, beachy, aquatic type of scent. If you like Scentsy's aquatic, fresh, kind of like the ones that I wormed this week, Sippin' Poolside, Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, Sea, Sun, and Fun, you will really like Sea Breeze. I feel like this is one of my favorite aquatic type of bars, and I really do like them all from Scentsy, but that was definitely a standout, and I'm really excited to get more of those. So that is all I have for Scentsy Empties. So if that's all you're joining me for, thank you so much. But would love it if you would stick around for vendor empties, because I did get through quite a bit for the short amount of time. Okay, so let's kind of go one-ofs first. First up, from Yummer's Delight, this is Lost at Sea, and they don't have scent notes on here. So if I can find them, I will put them on the screen here. This was so kindly gifted to me from my friend Jason. Jason is wonderful. So thank you so much, Jason. I've actually got a haul coming with Yummer, so I don't know if it'll be up or not. I'm doing like a birthday haul because several of my friends blessed me with such sweet gifts. So I kind of did a collective haul of everything that they sent. And so you'll see this in a haul soon, but I warmed this in my office because I'm not really familiar with Yummers. This was a scent shot, and so I just cut it in half and did it in my 2 warmers here in my office. This smells kind of like an aquatic driftwood, kind of outdoorsy aquatic scent, almost like a rain. It's very atmospheric. It's very my vibe, and I loved it so much. This was probably a medium for me, which is perfect. And I also, Jason just ordered this, so I don't know if it's a fresh pour, but I just wanted to try it because I loved this one on cold so much. So I really enjoyed that. Next, from Super Tarts, I finished up a clam in Let's Go, which is sunblock, strawberry, and spun sugar. So I really loved this one. I got it in a D-stash and it was already used. And as you can see, it's a pretty old clam. And it's already kind of like disintegrating and turning a color. But Super Tarts has a really long shelf life in my experience. And I had never tried sunscreen with like a fruit. And so this was really good. It was a very strong performer. I did it in my kids' rooms and bathroom, and I could really smell it all day. It was a very long laster, and I really liked the strawberry and the cotton or the spun sugar with the sunscreen. I feel like it gave it definitely a more bright, fruity vibe. It was sweet. It just added a little something extra, and I really enjoyed it. So that is a Let's Go from Super Tarts. Would definitely repurchase this if she offered it next year. Super Tarts is getting like harder and harder to get your hands on because she's only doing RTSs, and I haven't seen that one. So if she did offer it, I would probably pick it up. From that Smell Good shop, this is Dream Warriors Fresh Coffee, Butterscotch, Spruce Tree, and Sugar Cookie. This was so kindly gifted to me from my friend Stephanie Taverna. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. I'm so sorry if I butchered it, but I'm sure you guys have seen her here on YouTube. She is a doll. I just love her. Love watching her videos. And she so kindly sent me some friend mail, which is also coming up. I've already filmed this video. I just need to edit and upload it. Like I said, I'm way behind. I'm so sorry. But she so kindly gifted me so many different things to try. And she even wrote on the back of this one, my attempt to get you to try a coffee scent. So I thought that was so funny. And so it smelled really good. So I immediately popped it in, I think the same day that I filmed it, or maybe the day after. But I love that Smell Good shop, and I have never tried coffee with butterscotch. And I don't really care for butterscotch, honestly. So I really wanted to try this, especially with the tree scent and sugar cookie. Love all of those notes. And it's not that I don't like coffee and wax. I really do like it. I love to drink coffee. I love to smell coffee. But normally when I warm coffee wax, I like it, and it's really strong normally, but I just get tired of it, and I don't want to smell it at like 3 o'clock p.m. when it's 110 degrees, heat index outside. Coffee's so heavy to me. I feel like it's a good like wake you up in the morning, but about 10, 11 o'clock, I'm ready to change it to something else. And I also find that I'm more drawn to coffee scents in the fall, maybe because it's dark in the morning when I'm getting up and it's not hot. So I'm more drawn to coffee then. But I really wanted to try this, and I actually really loved it. It was not even a heavy coffee at all. I feel like the butterscotch really creamed it out along with the sugar cookie. So it's bakery and creamy richness from that butterscotch. But the spruce tree, I don't even really care for spruce either. It's my least favorite tree. But something about this combination was beautiful. I actually forgot what I had warmed, and I was like, oh my gosh, my office smells amazing. Like, what is this? And so I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, it's that coffee blend from Stephanie. And I really loved it. I would definitely repurchase this. It's a very unique combination that doesn't scream coffee. It's a very mild coffee. I think that you would probably just think it was rich, creamy, maybe even like a cappuccino. It's not like a skunky coffee at all. This was beautiful. Really enjoyed it. Thank you again, Stephanie, for sending it to me. This was also from Stephanie. She so kindly reached out and was like, hey, I saw you requested strawberry yeast rolls from Glitterati. I'm not a big fan. I would love to send you what I have left of it. And so that's what sparked the whole friend mail situation. And then, of course, you'll see in the video, I'm sorry I'm spoiling it, but she sent a full box of stuff for me to try. So I went ahead and warmed this Glitterati strawberry yeast rolls. So thank you again, Stephanie, for this. This is one of my favorite scents from Glitterati. It's a strawberry bread scent, and y'all know that just has my heart. Strawberries and fresh yeast rolls are the notes. And I feel like this is a unique strawberry bread scent because they can kind of smell similar. I mean, how many different ways can you do strawberries and bread? But this one is more on the yeast rolls, and I feel like you can really smell the yeast rolls. There's no honey butter in it. There's no cinnamon. It's just a bready, yeasty roll. And you can almost even smell how it's like browned on the top, like Logan's or Texas Roadhouse yeast rolls. It smells just like that, but it's not honey and it's not cinnamon. It's just a nice, yeasty, bready scent with the most beautiful strawberry. This warms so beautifully. think there were probably like 5 pieces in here. And I just did it in my open concept one day because I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. I have a loaf of it, but y'all know I hate chopping. This was already chopped. So I just went ahead and went for it. So Stephanie, thank you again. Would definitely repurchase this. And I actually did repurchase, I think, another loaf of it in her pre-order, in her most recent pre-order. So that is Strawberry Yeast Rolls from Glitterati. As I drop it, highly recommend that scent. It's beautiful. From Traverse City Wax Co., I warmed Summer Nights. And I'm sorry I don't have the notes, but I really loved this one. And I loved it so much that I went to look to see if she was going to offer it. And I'm assuming not, because it's summery. It's Summer Nights, obviously. And she's like pouring more fall right now, which is understandable. But if I saw this like on the D-Stash groups, or, you know, if she offered it again, I would definitely pick this up. It's like a creamy, beachy, it almost smells like Beach Nights and Boom Boom Cream. Again, I don't know the notes, but it's a creamy, it does. To me, it smells like Beach Nights and Boom Boom. It's beautiful. It's creamy. It's like a little perfumey, but it's really, really beautiful. Summer Nights. Then I finished from 30A Scent. Y'all know I love 30A. I finished a bakery bag in Love Struck. Creamy coconut milk and sweet lavender. Say less. Y'all know I love a good sweet lavender. I went through this entire bag. I think there was only like 1 or 2 pieces missing from it, but I warmed this every night in my office because this is the sweet lavender that I love. And this performed so beautifully. It was so strong. It was so calming. And it was the perfect way to end my evening every night. And I was doing a little wax organization. I got 2 dresser like drawer units so I could get some of these like plastic tubs out of here. And I actually got rid of 7 tubs, which was kind of amazing. And so as I was doing that reorganizing, I was smelling Love Struck, and it was just phenomenal. Would definitely repurchase it. Every lavender blend I've gotten from Teresa at 38 cents has been great. So from Second and Spruce, I got through I think this was a mini loaf of afternoon tea. Tea and cakes, pistachio macaron, and vanilla bean cookies. Y'all, this was so gorgeous. The first day I warmed it in my kids' room, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is stunning. So I warmed it in my office, and then I finished it in my open concept. It performed so well in all 3 locations. If you like tea and cakes, this is for you. Her tea and cakes is not heavy on the like citrus. And I don't know if it's just the oil or if it's the way it was blended with the pistachio macaron, and then vanilla bean cookies obviously would cream it out as well. But this combination was so beautiful. It was creamy like vanilla cookie, but you also did smell the pistachio, and it was not super obnoxious, I think, because it was pistachio macaron and not like dream cake or, you know, the cherry leaning pistachio. It was more of a nutty, like true pistachio. And then with the tea and cakes, it was just so good. And y'all know Erica's wax just performs amazing. It's just right out the gate. You put it in your warmer, it's soft, and it's just a banger. So loved every second of that. And then from Broadway Wax, this was also from Stephanie. So thank you so much, Stephanie. This is Blue Cedar, Lavender, Autumn Walk, and Warm Vanilla Sugar. I mean, doesn't that sound like a dream? I smelled this when I was hauling the box that she sent me, and I was just like, I have to warm this immediately. I don't even know how to describe this other than it's stunning. I don't know what Blue Cedar Lavender is, but whatever it is, I am here for it. It's gorgeous. So it's like tree and lavender, autumn walk. I'm just getting like crispy leaves, like fresh air. The warm vanilla sugar just adds a coziness and is such a good mixer of those 2 other scents, and just marries them so well. And it's beautiful, you guys. This is a perfect like fall atmospheric, and I loved every second. This wasn't a banger, but I would say it was a solid medium. And I would definitely repurchase it. I am not very familiar with Broadway Wax. I've only warmed it a few times. and the ones that I had worn before were kindly gifted to me by Aubrey. And so I've never purchased from Broadway, but I'm very interested in this blue cedar lavender oil. Next, I have a couple from L3. I think all of these were in that box from Stephanie. So, Stephanie, thank you again. You sponsored my empties for this last couple of weeks. But this is vanilla balsam and spiced oat milk. I'm so happy that she sent this to me because I've been watching all of her L3 hauls and she always talks about this one. And I would never think to mix tree with like oat milk because I think that's like a coffee creamer. So, yeah, I would never have tried it if she hadn't have sent this to me. And you guys, this is another one of those I put in my office. I'm obsessed with it. It's gorgeous. I'm so obsessed with it that I got a loaf because I'm just like, I have to have this. Like, there's no way I cannot have this. And I actually regret only getting one. I think I was thinking about getting two and I was trying not to be greedy or go too crazy because I don't have anywhere to put this wax, especially loaves. But it's creamy. I mean, vanilla balsam. So the vanilla is going to cut the tree a little bit anyway. But then you get this creamy, it's not like a strong spice by any means. But this was the most comforting blend. I loved it so much. And it was very strong. There are no complaints. I can see why everyone loves this so much. And that's vanilla balsam and spiced oat milk. Gorgeous combination. She also sent me blue sugar, beach nights, and zucchini bread. I love blue sugar. I don't warm it as much as I should. I feel like I have a few blue sugar blends in my collection, but not a whole ton. And this one was so beautiful. The blue sugar is a little bit more masculine, leans a little bit cologne-y. Then you get that bready sweet zucchini bread, and then it pairs so nicely with the creamy beach nights. This was such a really good combination, and it kind of reminds me of like more of a fall, even winter beach nights blend. I mean, I warm beach nights year round because I love it, but with the blue sugar, it gives it more of a masculine, outdoorsy vibe. And so if you're looking for like a fall or wintry beach nights, this is a really good blend for that. Loved it. It was beautiful and it was a great performer as well. Then I warmed through blueberry, lavender, and pie crust. So, Stephanie, thank you so much for sending me all of that L3 to try. I was really curious about this one and really excited that she sent it because, again, I've watched a lot of Stephanie's hauls from L3 and I was also watching Just Jenny, and they both talked about blueberry and lavender and pie crust. And I was like, I don't know that I've ever tried blueberry with lavender. I used to be a huge blueberry fan, and then I kind of had to break up with blueberry for a while, but I've never tried blueberry with lavender. So I was very curious. And when I first put this in the warmers, this is another one that I warmed in my office. And when I first put it in, I really didn't know about it. It was kind of something was a little off about it to me. But once it got going after a couple of hours, I really enjoyed it. Something about the blueberry with the lavender pulled a little bit. I forgot what I smelled. Was it grape or licorice maybe? I don't know. It was a very strange scent. But then once it got going, like I said, after a couple of hours, I really enjoyed it. You could smell both the blueberry and the lavender, and the pie crust really came out as well. And it was a very like calming combination. It wasn't like super fruity. It was just a really nice blend. So that is blueberry, lavender, and pie crust. And then lastly from L3, I did a sample in Comfort Bath and Body Works type, which someone so kindly told me this is vanilla patchouli. I loved this one. And for some reason, when I smelled this in a blend from another vendor, it leaned laundry. This doesn't lean laundry at all to me. It's a very comfort cozy blend. It's like a warm blanket. It's just appropriately named Comfort. And I did this one in my office as well. Really loved it. Wouldn't say that this was the strongest, but it was a light to medium. It's just a more subdued blend in general. So I think that's a lot to do with it, but I really liked it. And yeah, I would definitely grab more of it. Then from Lavender and Speckles, I finished a bag of strawberry pound cake. I love Beth's strawberry pound cake. It's so beautiful, and it's a different take on strawberry pound cake. It's not the Bath and Body Works type. I think she blends these oils herself, and the notes are sweet strawberries, lemon zest, fluffy pound cake, and vanilla. And I loved this one, you guys. I warmed it in my kids' room, and then I warmed it in my bedroom, and then I warmed it in my office. And it's just a sweet with the brightness of that lemon zest. It's not heavy lemon, but it does add a brightness. It's really fun. And then you get that vanilla pound cake. I mean, the vanilla pound cake is what shines in here to me. And then you get a little bit of sweet, a little bit of tart. It's just gorgeous and a really great performer. This is a strawberry pound cake I will always repurchase. I love it so much. And then lastly, from Lavender and Speckles, I finished a bag of berry breakfast tart. I did this whole entire bag in my open concept. This is strawberry pound cake blended with sweet strawberries, blackberries, cotton candy, and pie crust. Okay. Beth has a beautiful pie crust. I mean, her pie crust is one of the best. And you can really smell it in this blend. I wouldn't say that I could smell the pie crust on cold, but I really could on warm. So this definitely gave me berry cobbler vibes. You can definitely get the strawberries, the blackberries, the added sweetness of the cotton candy, which she also has a great cotton candy oil, and then more of a bakery with the strawberry pound cake. But the pie crust really, to me, gave me like berry cobbler vibes. It was bready, a little bit crispy, added some texture. I wouldn't say that it was like technically cobbler, but I loved that crust in there. Like I said, best pie crust is beautiful, and I love that it comes out on warm. So it really loved berry breakfast tart. Would definitely repurchase it. And last vendor I have to share with you guys is Teddy Bees. So I've really been trying to warm through my partials of Teddy Bees. One, because Teddy Bees is one of my favorite vendors, of course. And two, because, to get rid of some of these partials, also so I can make room for the gigantic pre-order that's going to be coming soon. Really excited for that. But I got through 4 items from Teddy Bees. First up is the Hamptons. And I got this in a D-stash, so it doesn't have the notes on there, but I think it's watermelon, salty sea air, and is it like linen? Is it fresh cotton? I can't remember, but it's some sort of like a fresh laundry and then salty sea air and watermelon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't like laundry blends, you guys. I just don't. But I feel like blended with fruit or blended with something where they're kind of more in the background, I can definitely do. And this is one of those blends. I loved this one, and so did my husband. I remember I had it through the open concept. This was a loaf, and I finished it in my open concept. And Jordan came through and he was like, "What are you warming today? It smells really good in here." And I was like, "Well, thank you. It's the Hamptons." And so he really enjoyed it too. It's a very fresh, salty aquatic. I love salty sea air with fruit, y'all know, or by itself. Just, I love those kinds of scents. But this one was such a strong performer. I found that it didn't last all day, but it was probably a good 6 to 8 hours. And while I could smell it, it was very strong. So I have more of this in my collection, but if I didn't, I would definitely repurchase it. It's a perfect summertime blend. Next, I finished up a souffle of sundresses and lemonade, fresh ozone and air, roses, jasmine, lavender, vanilla, melon, sugared lemon with a fizzy twist. That is a mouthful. So this one I had never warmed before. I think I have another maybe tub of it. But I wanted to try it out because I think she offered this one in the pre-order. I don't think I got it because maybe I do have a loaf of it instead of a tub, or maybe both. I'm not really sure. But I really like this one on cold, so I wanted to try it out. It's very effervescent, bright, fruity, sweet. It's a very unique scent. So it's effervescent. It's a little bit like, yeah, fresh ozone and air. I definitely get that if you know what that smells like. And because it's kind of light and refreshing while also smelling clean, if that makes sense. I really love it. This one is, was poured in 2020, so it's very old. Got it in a D-stash, but it performed. It was probably a nice medium. And I really liked it. If I didn't have more in my collection, I probably would pick it up again. That is Sundresses and Lemonade. I finished up a tub of Surfside Sweet Shop. I love Surfside Sweet Shop. I feel like we all do. This is birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats, which is beach nights. This is from 2022, I think March of 2022, and through like a champ. This is such a beautiful blend and such a strong performer. This is a banger, y'all. And this I did in my open concept, and then I did Escobar in my office that same day, which is I think it's Beach Nights in Palo. I was just feeling beach nights that day. And Escobar's not in here because it was a loaf and I didn't finish it. But anyway, this is the most creamy bakery heavy beach nights. It's very rich, it's very creamy and decadent. And then you get that beach nights. It's gorgeous. Again, super strong performer. One of those blends that I always want to have, never want to run out of from Teddy B's. This is very popular for a reason. So if you've never tried it and you like beach nights with bakery, definitely give Surfside Sweet Shop a try. And then my last empty is Beaches from Teddy B. This is warm sand, sea spray, mandarin, jasmine, and lavender. And you guys, this is an exception to the rule. I always let my Teddy B's cure for 12 months. Normally that's the minimum. I will not touch it usually until after a year, which sounds crazy, but it's just how I get the best performance. This was just poured in February of this year, of 2024. But this is so strong on cold, and I was just really wanting to try it out and just to test it out and see. And wow, this was one of the, it was, I think she called it a souffle, but it was almost the size of a tub. It was the cow souffles, and this threw like a beast. I did it in my open concept and it was a banger, you guys. So this, I don't know if it's just the scent oil is strong or what, but it threw like no other. And so it's only been cured for not even 5 months. This was gorgeous. I have another of the larger souffles of this, but if I didn't, would definitely pick it up again. It was beautiful, very sunscreeny, beachy, and I loved it. So that is Beaches. And then, like I said, I just have one kind of self-care empty, and it is a sheet mask. And this is from a Korean beauty brand, Innisfree, which is kind of popular in the US as well. This is the Jeju Root Energy Mask, Carrot, brightening and moisturizing. And so I love sheet masks. I try to do at least one a week. Ideally, I would do 2 or 3 a week, but sometimes I just don't get to them. But I really loved this one. I'm focusing on moisturizing and brightening, actually. I'm giving my skin a break from makeup as many days as I can. So you'll see that I don't have on makeup a lot of the times when I'm filming, unless I've been somewhere. But I've got a lot of like sunspots and hyperpigmentation, like little, they look like freckles, but they're from the sun. And I am a crazy person about sunscreen, but this is just over the years. I feel like in my 20s, I didn't wear sunscreen at all. But so I'm trying to do brightening to get rid of those. And of course, moisturizing. My skin is more on the oily side, especially in the summer. So people think, oh, you don't need to moisturize. You definitely do. I like to do like hyaluronic acids, which are not heavy on the skin, but they're very moisturizing. And so I'm trying to focus on those. And this actually has 5 hyaluronic acid complex in it. So anyway, said all that to say, really enjoyed this mask. The directions say, I think 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 minutes. I leave them on and just like go about my business, like my nighttime routine or whatever, or lay in the bed and read a book. I keep it on for, maybe 45 minutes to an hour until it starts getting dry. And then once I finish it, I put the mask, I fold it back up and put it back in here and try to let the mask soak up the essence that's left in here. Sometimes, it'll get pretty juicy again, and then you can just reuse it. You can put this in a Ziploc bag and then reuse it again. Or if there's not enough, but there's still some in there, I never throw the essence in this away. It's like gold. So what I'll do is I'll just squeeze it out the next morning or the next evening and just pat it on my face or even on my hands. I am not wasting any of this essence. So I use every drop of it. But I have like a 20 pack of these in different, some of them are carrot, some of them are different things. But I really enjoyed this one, and I always get these when I go to Korea. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And for skincare, I've always got a link in the description box where you can shop K-Beauty makeup and skincare. And then I've got a code. I think it saves you some money, percentage off, that you can use if you wanted to shop there. K-Beauty is normally very reasonably priced. And even in the US, it's very reasonably priced. So check that out if you want to. And if you have any questions about any of my empties or any skincare, K beauty products, you can always leave a comment down below, email me, message me. I'm happy to chat anytime. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, or weekend. Please don't forget to like and comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all in my next video very soon. Bye.